Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Fluent Path English. I'm James.
And I'm Emily. Thanks for joining us today. James, have you ever had a friend who was just a little bit overly cautious?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Some people lock their doors 3 times, close all the curtains, and even set up cameras everywhere.
Exactly. Sometimes it's about safety, but other times it can feel a little over the top, like they're paranoid.
Emily, for those who might not know, can you explain what paranoid means?
Sure. Paranoid describes someone who is overly suspicious, often believing that others are watching them or trying to harm them. It can also suggest irrational fear, and paranoia is the noun form, meaning the state of being extremely suspicious or fearful, usually without enough reason.
Right. And paranoia can really affect the way someone interacts with others. Today's dialogue shows a situation just like that.
Yeah. A man invites his friend over to his house, but it turns out he's behaving very suspiciously and seems really scared.
And the other man, his friend, is just calmly trying to figure out what's going on.
You'll hear lots of useful expressions for describing security, paranoia, and caution.
Perfect. All right, now let's jump into the first round of today's dialogue.
Dan, dude, you have to come over to my house right now.
Is everything okay?
Just get over here.
Come in. Quickly.
So, since when is your house a bank?
What do you mean?
I mean, what's up with the 4 locks and iron bars on your windows?
Security, Dan! Security! You can never be too safe, you know. A lot of sickos out there. Just the other day, they caught that peeping Tom red-handed. Had a high-power telescope and binoculars by his window.
What's the matter with you? Why are you acting all paranoid?
Paranoid? I'm not paranoid! I'm cautious! You see, Dan, we have to be on guard at all times. People just invade your privacy as if they knew you. Telemarketers, solicitors, even your bank. They have way too much information. I like to keep everything on a need-to-know basis.
Okay. Well, what did you want to see me about?
You're being watched! Be careful, Dan. Be careful.
Wow, that was intense. You can really feel how nervous and unstable Dan's friend was.
Yeah, and Dan stayed relaxed the whole time, even though Dan's friend was clearly acting paranoid.
Exactly. It really highlights the difference between paranoia and caution. Dan's friend thinks he's being careful, while Dan just sees unnecessary fear.
And the ending? Pretty creepy. You're being watched. Be careful. That's such a dramatic warning.
Absolutely. But as listeners, we can pick up some great expressions from this conversation.
Exactly. All right, now let's take a look at today's key phrases.
Okay, let's start with the phrase, since when?
Since when?
Since when?
So, this phrase is often used to express surprise or disbelief about something that seems unusual or unexpected.
Right? And in the dialogue, when Dan says, "So, since when is your house a bank?" he's jokingly comparing the house to a bank because of all the locks and bars.
Exactly. For example, since when do you cook dinner? This means I'm surprised that you're suddenly cooking.
Next, let's check the phrase, what's up with something?
What's up with something?
What's up with something?
This phrase means, what's the reason for this? Or, why is this happening?
And in the dialogue, when Dan says, what's up with the 4 locks and iron bars on your windows? He's basically asking, why do you have them?
Exactly. For example, what's up with your messy desk? It means, why is your desk so messy?
All right, now let's look at the word psychos.
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 This is a casual word for crazy or mentally unstable people. It's often used in everyday speech, though it can sound a bit harsh.
Yeah, and in the dialogue, when Dan's friend says, "A lot of psychos out there," he means there are many dangerous or unstable people around.
Right. For example, "Be careful at night. There are some psychos in that area." It means dangerous or unpredictable people.
Next up, let's talk about the phrase peeping Tom.
Peeping Tom.
Peeping Tom.
First, the verb peep means to look quickly and secretly at something. A peeping Tom is a man who secretly watches others, usually in a creepy or inappropriate way. The name Tom is just a traditional generic name from Old English stories.
Right. And in the dialogue, when Dan's friend says, "They caught that peeping Tom red-handed," he's talking about someone spying through a window.
For example, the police arrested a peeping Tom in the neighborhood. It means someone was secretly watching others.
Okay, now let's go over the phrase red-handed.
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 To catch someone red-handed means to catch them in the act of doing something wrong or illegal.
Yeah, in the dialogue, "They caught that peeping Tom red-handed" means he was caught in the very moment of spying.
Exactly. For example, the boy was caught red-handed stealing candy. It means caught in the act.
Next, let's check the phrase high-powered telescope and binoculars.
High-powered telescope and binoculars.
High-powered telescope and binoculars.
A telescope is used to look at things far away, like stars or planets. Binoculars are handheld devices used to see distant objects more clearly, and high-powered means they are very strong or powerful.
Right. And in the dialogue, when Dan's friend says they had a high-powered telescope and binoculars by his window, he means the peeping Tom had powerful tools to spy on others.
For example, she bought a high-powered telescope to look at the moon. It means a very strong telescope for clear viewing.
Great. Now that we've gone through these phrases, let's listen to the dialogue again and see how they're used in context.
Dan, dude, you have to come over to my house right now.
Is everything okay?
Just get over here.
Come in. Quickly.
So, since when is your house a bank?
What do you mean?
I mean, what's up with the 4 locks and iron bars on your windows?
Security, Dan! Security! You can never be too safe, you know. A lot of sickos out there. Just the other day, they caught that peeping Tom red-handed. Had a high-powered telescope and binoculars by his window.
What's the matter with you? Why are you acting all paranoid?
Paranoid? I'm not paranoid! I'm cautious! You see, Dan, we have to be on guard at all times. People just invade your privacy as if they knew you. Telemarketers, solicitors, even your bank. They have way too much information. I like to keep everything on a need-to-know basis.
Okay. Well, what did you want to see me about?
You're being watched. Be careful, Dan. Be careful.
This time, what really stood out was how nervous Dan's friend sounded. His voice and words clearly showed his fear.
Yeah, you can tell from his tone that he was anxious. That nervous energy created a strong sense of paranoia.
And the examples Dan's friend gave, like the peeping Tom and telemarketers, are realistic, but he exaggerated them to the point of obsession.
Exactly. That's what makes it sound less like normal caution and more like paranoia.
Yes. All right, now let's move on to the next set of keywords and phrases.
Okay, let's start with the phrase, "What's the matter with you?"
What's the matter with you?
What's the matter with you?
This phrase is often used when someone is acting strangely, and you want to ask why.
Yeah, and in the dialogue, Dan says it because his friend is acting very paranoid and nervous.
Exactly. For example, "What's the matter with you? You look upset." It means asking why the person seems unhappy or strange.
Next up, the word cautious.
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 To be cautious means to be very careful to avoid danger or mistakes.
And in the dialogue, when he says, "I'm not paranoid, I'm cautious," he means he sees himself as careful, not irrational.
For example, "She's always cautious when crossing the street." It means she takes care to be safe.
Now let's check the phrase, on guard.
On guard.
On guard.
This phrase means to be alert and ready to deal with danger.
Right. And in the dialogue, his friend says, "Dan, we have to be on guard at all times," means always being watchful.
Yes. For example, "The soldiers were on guard all night." It means they were watching carefully for danger all night.
Next, the word invade.
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 To invade means to enter somewhere without permission, often forcefully.
And in the dialogue, "People just invade your privacy," means people interfere in your personal life without consent.
For example, "Reporters invaded the actor's privacy." It means they entered his personal life without permission.
Let's talk about the phrase, need to know basis.
Need to know basis.
Need to know basis.
So, need to know means only giving information to those who must have it, and basis means the principle or foundation. Together, it means limiting information only to the necessary people.
Right. In the dialogue, "I like to keep everything on a need-to-know basis," means he only shares information when it's absolutely required.
Yeah, for example, "The project was kept on a need-to-know basis." It means only certain people were told about it.
And finally, the phrase, "What did you want to see me about?"
What did you want to see me about?
What did you want to see me about?
This is a polite way to ask why someone wanted to meet you.
And in the dialogue, Dan asks it because he doesn't know the reason his friend called him over.
Right. For example, if someone says, "I'm here. What did you want to see me about?" He's asking for the reason why you wanted to see him.
Great. Now let's listen to the dialogue one last time and hear those phrases in action.
Dan, dude, you have to come over to my house right now.
Is everything okay?
Just get over here.
Come in. Quickly.
So, since when is your house a bank?
What do you mean?
I mean, what's up with the 4 locks and iron bars on your windows?
Security, Dan! Security! You can never be too safe, you know. A lot of sickos out there. Just the other day, they caught that peeping Tom red-handed. Had a high-power telescope and binoculars by his window.
What's the matter with you? Why are you acting all paranoid?
Paranoid? I'm not paranoid! I'm cautious! You see, Dan, we have to be on guard at all times. People just invade your privacy as if they knew you. Telemarketers, solicitors, even your bank. They have way too much information. I like to keep everything on a need-to-know basis.
Okay. Well, what did you want to see me about?
You're being watched! Be careful, Dan. Be careful.
All right, that's it for today's episode. Hopefully, our listeners picked up some useful expressions for talking about paranoia and caution.
Yeah? Even though the conversation was unsettling, it's a great way to learn how people might talk when they're nervous or suspicious.
Exactly. And remember, while being cautious is smart, paranoia can hurt your relationships and your peace of mind.
All right, guys. Thanks again for joining us today.
If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review.
We'll be back with more real-life English conversations soon.
See you next time.
Bye.